Looks, money, personality. When it comes to dating, right?
Oh, God.
What do you prioritize? Looks, money, or personality?
Oh, this is a hard question.
Personality.
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 Personality. Personality for sure.
I mean, I guess I'd be lying if I said I didn't care about the money part.
Money.
Looks is last.
That's a lie.
Personality's first and money.
Personality. If you can't make me laugh, I don't want to talk to you.
Looks.
What's going on? Your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
money, looks, or personality. Which one do you value the most? Yeah, before you answer that, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe, notification bell, you won't miss a video like this. And share your comments below. We like to know. And be honest. Be honest.
Don't hold back now.
Because, me and Juju, right? We like to watch videos and we talk a lot about relationships, but we also like to see what others are saying.
Yeah.
And there is several videos around the internet questioning women, particularly women. Because the burden always falls on the guy. Like, he has to prove everything. He got to come with the bag.
Right.
He has to make sure he's funny. He's not, he's not some psycho weirdo or creep.
Yeah.
And he has to make sure he's not 1,000 pounds, So he got to be kind of fit and have the looks, etc. So anyway, the question is primarily posed towards women.
Right.
And out of the three, right?
Yeah.
Which one did you hear the most, Juju? What was the most common reply or response?
Personality. Yeah.
A lot of women said that. And it's funny because, of course, that sounds like, and, it is the best answer on paper, right?
Yeah.
It's the most sensible response. It makes sense to say, hey, listen, 1, I'm not a gold digger.
Exactly.
2, I'm not superficial.
No.
I don't care about looks.
Of course not.
Fingers crossed, of course. But yeah, a lot of women said personality. However, like in most cases, as things began to unfold, and especially as you ask that question, how was your ex like?
Ooh.
It reveals the truth, right?
Oh, yeah.
The truth always comes out. So yeah, most people said personality. And again, that is the best answer. It's the one that you should focus on the most because it's the one that really makes the person who they are.
Yeah.
The other things can fluctuate constantly. But the core of your very being is your personality.
Yeah.
And so, listen, guys, if we just ask you guys the question, which one matters the most of you will say personality. But think and be honest and say to yourself, the people that I have dated, the people that I spoke to, I've had intimate relationships with, what do they reveal about me?
Yes.
What do they tell me about what I value?
Yeah.
That's how you're honest. It's
That's
one thing.
deep. Yeah.
We're not looking for the right answer. What does it reveal about me? Like the people I tend to find attractive and pursue, etc. And that's why we were looking at this video. We wanted to take a deep dive into what women want. And so, with that said, Juju.
Yeah.
Personality, as you brought out, was the number one answer a lot of people said, right?
Right.
And of course, you smell like the lye fumes, right?
Right.
Fogging up the room.
Uh-huh.
And why do you think that's the case? Like, what's happening here? Like, can you explain? Is it a shameful thing? Like, women are just hiding the truth because they really do want money and they can't say it, or they really want looks? Like, what? Why aren't they being honest?
No, I mean, they just don't want to come off as superficial or empty, right? Lacking substance. But yeah, I just wish at least one would have came out and say, honestly, like all three. I think I would have given more respect to that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that would have held more weight, made more sense.
Yeah, because it just does not add up. Because when you look at women across the board, like, majority of women, right, today, modern women, they want a man, even though they say they don't need a man, they don't want a man, but if they engage with a man, they want a man to have the money, right? They gotta look good. They gotta be, on point, right? And they gotta be personality grade A, right? So, I mean, I would have given some, respect to whoever would have came out and said that. But their answers just do not match. So I just feel like they're just, they just want to look good, sound good, right? But clearly, if personality was the number one priority on their list, I think we would see a lot more relationships. You know,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, because you can acquire money.
Yeah.
You know, you can lose it, you can get it. And looks, you know, that's very subjective. It's not like there's a standard look that all women like. You know, in fact, and we hear this in many cases, women sometimes may not even notice the guy at all, like physically, meaning he wasn't even on her radar. But because of his personality and because of other things, she found him attractive later.
Yeah.
So that personality holds so much weight. But like you said, if it was something women held to high value,
yes,
it would be much easier for them to be approached, for them to be dated, and so on and so forth.
Long-term relationships,
you know, and
yeah.
this doesn't apply to all women. We're not talking about the ones that actually have true values and stand by it. So I don't want anyone to be triggered or offended by this content. But truth be told, yeah, like when it comes to these three options, right? It's almost like it's money, looks, then personality.
I know.
In that order.
I absolutely,
like seriously,
I agree.
and you touched on the modern women, of course. We talk about them a lot, but yeah, modern women, they view money with so much weight. It's like a status symbol.
That is the status.
It is respect. It's power. It's everything in their eyes. You know, when you have a lot, like the guy could just look like, he can look psychotic. He can be absolutely
Psychotic.
weird. He doesn't, socially awkward, doesn't know how to talk or anything, right?
Right.
He can be built like the Michelin Man. And look, man,
Yeah.
as long as he's Forbes, just mention Forbes and say he's on any list on
Yeah,
Forbes.
yeah.
She's willing to talk to him.
Yeah.
Let me have a seat with him. I might learn something from, like the respect just all of a sudden
It's
comes
there.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now she's like, prissy and feminine, and anything that she thinks he wants, she's going to be that. And we're talking about, again, a lot of the modern women that we've encountered and seen online, etc. So going back to what you said, it's funny to me that they're just not being honest with what they want. Personality is, look, if personality mattered that much, we're not saying that all men are smooth, they're honest, they're funny. We're not saying that, but it would be so much easier for you to filter the men that are not what you want.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
personality was truly the top choice.
Right. Because you know what? It's like what I hear a lot of, well, two things. I hear a lot of like, the man has to have all of this, right? Money,
Right.
looks, and personality. You hear of the women who have a laundry list of expectations or wants, desires, right? Hardly needs, but wants and desires, right?
Right.
And they just basically never come around to that perfect guy.
Right.
Hence, their 20s goes by, their 30s, 40s, and, they're just by themselves. Then you have the women who are just, money. That's it.
Right.
That is it. Like, they gotta have the bag.
That's
right?
it.
So, to me, I mean, I really love this video that just did on this topic, money, looks, and personality, because it really opens up our eyes to see how so many modern women, this is the level that they're operating on, right?
Right. And it's crazy because men are not the same as women. So the men that do have the money, that do have the looks, even the ones that have the personality, right? Like they're able to approach any woman, regardless of how much money they have, regardless of how they look. They don't operate the same.
Yeah.
So you're not just going to match with those guys because you want what they have and they have what you want. If you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want a guy with money, he knows. He has money, chances are he's aware you want it and he's not looking at you. So it's just a weird dynamic when you think about it. Just like, and that's why, I think I like the statement you said that, all three matters, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to matter equally, but
Right.
don't pretend like the others don't matter at all.
Yeah.
And don't play dumb as though you don't consider those other options either.
Yeah.
It's very important to just be honest, because most people that are serious about dating, not just a hookup,
Yeah.
long-term dating, they're going to have a certain level of requirements that they're looking for, and they'll know it. They'll feel it within. They may not share it with you because they don't want you
Yeah.
to pretend like you meet those requirements, but they have a certain standard, and that's what they're looking for.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, I think this is one of those videos that We like to get your feedback on what's important. If you guys are married or dating long term, leave a comment below and be honest about what led you to that person. What put you in a position to feel comfortable being with them. And if it's money, no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment.
Keep it real. But for the most part, we know that these women weren't being honest.
Nah, they weren't. They weren't.
weren't.
Because come on now, like when it comes to the whole, again, modern women, their requirements, it's really personalities on the list.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, man, leave your comments below. We'd like to know what you think. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. Make sure you subscribe, notification bell. You won't miss a video like this. It is your boy Gamma signing out with the lovely
Juju.
Until next time, escape the Matrix.